You ready to learn how to vlog?
Gosh, this is so crazy. Look at this thing. That is fancy.
We're gonna make a vlog about teaching you how to vlog today.
Yes. No, you can't. Look at this. I just came out of the gym. I'm a hot mess.
We're gonna change your shirt then.
Oh my gosh.
So, are you ready to learn to vlog?
I'm so ready to learn to vlog. I'm very excited about this. New venture.
So I'm here with my pal, Dr. Jodelle Yount, down here in Ashland. Leo Health and Wellness, Medi-Spa, aesthetics, all the fun stuff. All your laser hair removal and tattoo removal needs.
Yes, and sexual health.
And sexual health, of course.
Don't forget that.
All that fun stuff. So we got to know each other it's been about a year ago.
Yes.
About a year ago, we got to know each other to talk about doing some video work for Jodelle. The funny part was we found out we went to college at the same time, at the same college.
We did.
A much older woman than I am, so 2 years
Much
older.
older.
Yeah, just 2 years.
Okay.
But we became friends, and the cool thing is, I got to know Jodelle, and her background is she's an MD. DO, sorry, get it mixed up.
Yeah.
So she's a doctor, but what I learned really quickly was, for you, being a doctor is your backup plan. Let's move this out of the way just a little bit. She has ambitions to do all kinds of things that have nothing really to do with being a doctor, and I just kind of find that fascinating. And so Jodelle, we started talking a couple weeks ago about getting into vlogging. Now, for those of you who are subscribers to my channel, sorry you haven't heard from me in about 3 years, because I've done a terrible job at doing this. And a little thing called a pandemic happened, and just kind of rocked the world. But we're back, and I'm kind of doing it here with Jodelle, and decided, hey, we're both going to jump back into this thing. So she's got her Canon EOS R set up. We've been talking about the little fuzzy mic and how to vlog and talk about it. And you guys got a trip coming up next week, and she's going to do a little bit of vlogging. But I wanted to talk to you today about finding something that scratches that itch, that passion for you, because for you, you could go to work in a hospital right now. You could open your own family practice, whatever you wanted to, but instead you want to get into vlogging and YouTube videos. Outside of the things we produce, we do a podcast, the Feed Your Lion podcast. We do video and audio for that. We do the lecture series, the training series for aesthetics courses. We're doing that kind of stuff. But you're wanting to get into this thing, this vlogging sphere, which, as somebody who does video full time, I'm a filmmaker, why is it so important to you to do that outside of being a doctor? Why is it that being a doctor is kind of playing second fiddle in your life?
Yeah, I think even when I first started doing residency and things, it was changing, medicine was changing. I still really care about health, which is why we did this health and wellness business, but it's changed in the medical field and in the hospital. It's a lot less about people and wellness. It's more about money and moving people along. And I don't think we do a really good job in today's society of addressing whole person things. And plus with medicine, it's a lot of, left brain things like, memorization, doing things, fact-based, which is great, but I think I felt drained because I didn't get to express any of that creative side. And I really do love people and I'm a writer too. I like expressing that, and I have found the most fulfillment in doing things where I got to express that creative side of myself. So it's less to me about making money or doing any of that, and more about what makes me happy in my life, because we don't know how much time we have on this earth. We don't know any of that, and I'd rather do things that I love doing than spend my life going to work every day, having to go to work, not loving what I'm doing. And so I guess that's the big thing.
I think the same thing for me. I pastored a church, and through COVID, it just kind of wore me out, and I felt like it was time to step away from that. And so I moved into the full-time video production space. And when I look at my life, my schedule, everything I produce, all the content I do is for everybody else. Now, those are paying clients. It's a good little gig, but I'm not doing anything for myself. Like, I'm not doing anything that I'm like sharing with my 3-year-old son to let him watch.
Right.
Sometime down the line, he can watch it and think, oh man, that's really cool. That was a cool experience my dad had. I get to experience a lot of cool things, but I don't often get to document them because I'm documenting on behalf of somebody else. So for me, like, I want to even get to the point where, when I'm covering a festival or a concert and I'm around these artists and I'm running and gunning and shooting all day and filming all day long, like, I want to have my vlogging set up with me to get the behind the scenes of that kind of stuff, to show like what it is I actually do. And so whether this is a weekly vlog, a daily vlog, or I post this and you don't hear from me for another 3 years, I want to be intentional and try to be intentional with doing this kind of thing. And so I think it's super cool though. Things what you're doing, trying to get into it. We've been doing a little training here, showing her how to use her camera.
Tell them the things you told me. The 3 or 4 things we have to know.
Oh yeah, you gotta know 3 or 4 things. She's using a full-blown mirrorless Canon EOS R full frame camera. She's got a wicked setup. Got the Gorilla Pod, like what I'm using on my Canon right now. She's all set up. But we talked today about white balance. First of all, leaving it in auto white balance when you're vlogging. Just let that color show those beautiful Canon colors like it does. Second thing we talked about is ISO, your gain, like knowing how to adjust your exposure and using your gain as well as neutral density filters on the front of your lenses, which is basically like sunglasses for your lens to control your exposure. But we also talked about shutter speed. I'm really big on proper shutter speeds. Somebody's honking at us outside. I'm really big on using a proper shutter speed for filming 24 frames a second. We want to be at 1/48th or 1/50th on these Canon cameras. And talking about aperture or the iris of the lens and how it closes in, same way our human eye does. So we talked all the nitty gritty, nerdy stuff, but
I loved it.
Oh yeah, that's where I know you're a doctor. Like, you love learning and you love class and you love learning stuff and science.
Such a nerd.
It's just science.
Such a nerd.
So we're about to run outside. We're going on the sidewalk here and vlog. I'm going to vlog a little bit about like watching her learn how to vlog and kind of talk to her. We're going to have a little good time and yeah, let's go do it.
Sweet, let's do it. Back to like 1600.
Are you gonna be a confident vlogger now?
Yes, I'm so excited. I'm about to go on my first trip. My camera bag is packed and I am ready, people. So you better check it out.
She thinks she can do it. We'll follow up and see. All right, see you guys later.
Thanks.
Bye, Jocelyn.
Bye.
Bye, little puppies. Give a little kiss. Hey. How much is that doggy in the window?